Hello, my fellow art and home curators, my garden lovers, and great home cooks everywhere. Welcome to the Artful Homestead, where today I'm going to show you the fruits of a recent shopping trip I did shortly after discovering yet another HomeGoods location within a short driving distance of my home. Now, on this trip, I stopped at a local thrift store to look for a useful lamp, and the time I spent made me realize what it means to have a well-curated home. Sometimes you have to pass up an opportunity, and sometimes you simply have to jump on it. Curating dictates careful decisions. So welcome along as we go from thrift to fancy. And as always, leave a comment below on your most recent home savvy finds. I'd love to hear from you. So I've been looking about for a lamp that is just going to be useful for the front room over the next year or so, and I no sooner got to this store only to see these two little lovelies begging to come home with me. But I'm just not ready for them yet. I think I know what I would do with them, but I'm just not so sure, and so this is going to be one of those times I pass up what seems to be a great find, but we're trying to choose wisely, so I'm leaving them on the shelf today. But here is the perfect excuse to dive in and don't miss out. I found this gorgeous little beauty sitting just a few feet down the aisle, and man, is she perfect. No, I don't know quite what I'm going to do with it, but this one hits all of my buttons when it comes to color and style, and at a whopping price of $4.97, I'm just going to risk it and take it home. So lately in my travels, I have been seeing clocks. All kinds of clocks and absolutely everywhere. Now, I'm a bit of a sucker for a gorgeous timepiece, but this one here, I don't know what to make of it at all. And, well, I quite like quirky, but I'm pretty sure this is not the vibe. I did, however, score this little red timepiece, and since it's likely going to stay in the kitchen, the all-metal body of the clock will hold up well to the rigors of everyday cooking. Oh my goodness, those yellow shoes. Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. No, there's never a shortage of mugs, but this one, I'll have to pass. And here's one of my regrets from the day. We have a room that's dedicated to my mother-in-law's collection of elephants. The room is decorated in an English colonial style, and these two masks would have been a really good thing to add to the collection. I just might try to get back here and see if I can still snag them. With any luck, who knows? Well, this was it for the thrift store. Now when I'm here, I always check for frames to add to the up-and-coming gallery wall, but they really didn't have anything here. So my next stop today was the brand new HomeGoods store, which is about a 20-minute drive south from where I live. I now have two of these stores within a short drive, and that's kind of a bad thing because this store really knows how to take my money. So I got there, I was greeted by this darling statue of a deer. Now, considering all the troubles I had with deer this year, you'd think I'd have been just happy to keep walking, but honestly, I really wanted to take it home. It was on clearance for $175, and I just couldn't justify a purchase like this, though I wonder what the dog would have thought of it. Now here is the greatest reason to shop at this store. It is their almost endless aisle of fancy smelling luxury bars of soap, all wrapped up in the most elegant of packaging. I'm a total sucker for this. And once we update the old first floor bathroom, I think my collection of these is going to get very, very large. Most of these are best for hand soap, since I try to use body wash that doesn't have tons of ingredients and chemicals in it. And admittedly, these bars will be more for decoration than they will be for actual use. So it's hard to make a decision as to which ones to just admire and which ones to actually take home. Now, I'm looking forward to shopping for the main floor bath in the year to come, but first we need to get that in order before I just go overboard at squirreling things away for a future date. I don't like clutter, and having things just sitting around is not the way I want to organize my house. But boy, these are so gorgeous, and I have to admit, this kind of thing is an absolute weakness of mine. I really thought these canister sets were just lovely, and they'd make a great addition to my main kitchen since they go with the colors so well. And believe it or not, I will actually have a little bit of counter space to put decorations, but we're just working on the counters now, and again, it's just going to be a matter of weight. So I'm so obsessed with my collection of glass jars. I'm not even sure I'd use these for anything other than to sit and look pretty. And well, that's just not the way I want to handle my lifestyle. It is, after all, in the end, all about the well-curated home. So this is lovely, but very pricey. I would highly recommend you look to thrift this instead of buying it new. Here's a really hard to pass up thing. It's a mortar and pestle. I have one of these at home and I barely use it, but gosh, this is so lovely. It was so hard to just leave this here. And this is one of my favorite items in the store. It is the wood cutting boards. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes and different wood types. And when I get the new kitchen, I'll be buying another. So I hardly know what to say about this pattern other than it is incredibly beautiful. It's very stately and I find it to be rather too formal for my taste. As much as I would love to bring this home, I think it would sit in a china cabinet and never get used. And I just don't like having things that I'm never going to use. So I'm happy to come and admire it and then leave it on the shelf. Do you like capers? I sure do. That's a pretty good price for a nice big jar like this one. Well, look, we've come full circle today. Here's their collection of clocks. Now, I'm not normally a blue person, but I thought this one to be just very, very personable. And as much as I'd love to take it home, I couldn't justify buying 2 lamps, so I certainly can't justify buying 2 clocks. Yes, absolutely. You should always have a portrait of Van Gogh somewhere in your house, along with a bust of Beethoven. But if you're going to have art in your home, I highly recommend buying from an artist first. Mass-produced art just doesn't have the same quality that originals do, and I could go on forever about this, and someday I probably will, but for now, please consider buying original art first. But then there's this. Mass-produced? Absolutely, but really quite pretty and in a very cheap plastic frame. So you really need to choose wisely when you're looking for just the right thing, though. I still say originals first and foremost, but I can totally see why somebody would have this particular thing in their home. It is very nice. Now this lamp was an absolute beauty, but still not quite what I'm looking for, though the price was nice. Now here's an absolute example of something I just wasn't going to pass up today. It's Pac-Man, and my kid is just really into his video games, and this is a light. So I immediately looked it up on Amazon and felt it was worth the $14 price tag. It went for much, much higher on Amazon. It was a steal, so it came home with me. And of course, serving trays. Now this is the reason I find it so difficult to shop at this store. Just the endless variety and beauty of these things. It just never, ever ends. I could drop a couple $1,000 here, easy. Tell me, does anybody actually own a cheese dome? Here is one of my absolute must-haves in every kitchen. It's very good towels, and every well-equipped kitchen should have a good set of these. Then you can buy either shop rags or just use your old kitchen towels to replace your one-use paper products. In the last few years, I've been able to limit myself to less than 3 or 4 rolls of paper towels per year. Yes, per year. And this is a remarkable savings considering how much prices have climbed. I'd rather spend $12 on a good set of reusable dish towels and then $15 on good shop rags for all the dirtier kitchen jobs. This cost savings will really be noticed in your next trip to the grocery store, I guarantee it, and it's such a smart buy. And here's my thrift store haul. Simple and small, but wisely chosen for what I actually need. 2 quality items that are like new condition with a price tag of only $9. I am, of course, in need of a lampshade, but I think I am just going to go ahead and rewire the lamp from start, and I'll have a brand new lamp. Win-win. And my biggest regret for the day? Yes, the perfectly quirky animal masks. Oh, I really missed on this one. I should have not questioned myself and grabbed them when I had the chance. And no, I did not secure a large table lamp for the front room this time. Here's hoping for a more successful hunt next time around. And then from HomeGoods, I picked up these 2 sets of kitchen towels, and knowing me, there will be a few more sets along the way. And you can never have enough of these good quality items. Always buy cotton. So much better than microfiber, always. Then of course the Pac-Man light. I got it home, put the batteries in it, and lit it up. It's so much fun, but the quality is a bit on the lacking side. Now while it has a port for a microcharging USB cord, it is very light plastic, so it does feel a bit delicate. And try to find this one priced at no more than $14.99. Amazon has it listed for $30, and that is way overpriced in my opinion, but I'll still give it 5 stars. And well, there's one last thing that I managed to score at the thrift store. It's these Taylor Smith and Taylor dinnerware plates. Now I got 10 dinner plates and 10 bowls for a wonderful price of $12.99. I can't tell you how perfect these are as compared to the gray Adelaide pattern. My preferred home decor colors are any combination of red, green, and yellow, or to be exactly precise, paprika, olive, and gold. Every time. These will go beautifully in the new kitchen. So if you've made it this far, thanks for stopping by. Please leave me a comment on your latest thrifts. I'd love to know what you're finding. And as always, I will talk to you again soon.